Hello guys, my name is Craig and welcome to Peri Solutions. In today's video, we're going to talk about division of polynomials using the log division method. And please, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos. So to start off, we shall look at this example, right, whereby we want to divide x plus 2 into x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 2. And like I mentioned, we're using the log division, right? So with polynomials, the first term is the one that divides into the dividend that we have. So here, x plus 2 is our divisor. And then x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 2, this is the dividend that we have. And the answer that we're going to have here is the quotient, right? So we're saying x into x to the power of 3, we get an x squared. Right, and then now we multiply x squared by x plus 2. So x squared times x, we get x to the power of 3 plus 2 times x squared to get 2x squared. Then now we subtract, right? So we're saying x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 3, we get a 0 here. And then 3x squared minus 2x squared, we get an x squared. Then we drop the plus 3x. Such that we're now saying x into x squared, we get an x. And then x times x, we get x squared. Plus x times 2, we get a 2x. So x squared minus x squared, we get a 0. Then 3x minus 2x, we get an x. Then we drop this 2 here, the constant, such that we're saying x into x, we get a 1. Then 1 times x, that will give us an x. Plus 1 times 2, that will give us a 2. Then x minus x, we get a 0. 2 minus 2, we get a 0. So 0 is the remainder. So like I mentioned, x plus 2 is the divisor. And x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 2 is the dividend. And x to the power of 3 plus x plus 1 is the quotient, right? And here the remainder being 0, 0 is the remainder. So like I said, so from this we can now say that in general f of x is given by, for any polynomial, is given by the quotient multiplied by the divisor, then plus the remainder. So in this case, if we say this quotient here, multiply by the divisor x plus 2, then plus the remainder 0, we should get the dividend, which is our f of x. So now let's move on to look at these questions. So allow me to use this part here. Okay, so for now, number 1 says divide x to the power of 3 minus 3x squared plus 6x minus 8 by x minus 2. So we're saying x minus 2 divided into x to the power of 3 minus 3x squared plus 6x minus 8. X into x to the power of 3, we get an x squared. Then x squared times x, we get x to the power of 3 minus 2 times x squared, that's 2x squared. Then x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 3 is 0. And then minus 3x squared minus 2x squared. We get minus 3x squared plus 2x squared to get a minus x squared. Then we drop the plus 6x. To say x into minus x squared, we get a minus x. And x times x, minus x squared. Then minus x times minus 2, that's a plus 2x. Then this gives us a 0. And 6x minus 2x, that will give us a 4x. Then we drop the minus 8. To say x into 4x, that will give us a 4, right? That will give us a positive 4. And 4 times x, that's 4x, minus 4 times 2, that's an 8. So the remainder is 0 here, and our quotient is x squared minus x plus 4. Now moving on to part B. Part B requires us to carry out the division of 6x to the power of 4 plus 5x to the power of 3 plus 5x squared plus 10x plus 7. This being divided by, so it's being divided by 3x squared minus 2x plus 4, like this. And like I mentioned, the first term of the divisor is the one that divides into the dividend. So 3x squared into 6x to the power of 4, we get 2x squared. And 2x squared times 3x squared, we get 6x to the power of 4. Minus 2x squared times 2x, we get 4x to the power of 3. Then plus 2x squared times 4, we get an 8x squared. And now we carry out the subtraction. 6x to the power of 4 minus 6x to the power of 4, this gives us 0. And 5x to the power of 3 minus 4x to the power of 3, that will give us a 9x to the power of 3. And 5x squared minus 8x squared, that will give us minus 3x squared. And here we drop to plus 10x. Such that we're now saying 3x squared into 9x cubed, we shall get plus 3x. And 3x into 3x squared, that will give us 9x cubed minus 3x squared, 3x times minus 2x, that will give us minus 6x squared. And then 3x times 4, that will give us 12x. So now if you carry out the subtraction here, this gives us a 0. And minus, we're saying minus 3x squared plus 6x squared, that will give us 3x squared. And 10x minus 12x, that will give us minus 2x. And if we drop the 7 here, we're saying 3x squared into 3x squared, that will give us a 1. Then 1 times 3x squared, that's 3x squared. And 1 times minus 2x, that's minus 2x. Then 1 times 4, that's a plus 4. So if we carry out the subtraction here, 3x squared minus 3x squared, we get a 0. And minus 2x minus 2x, we get a 0. Then 7 minus 4, we get a 3. So the remainder is 3, such that the answer that we get is 2x squared plus 3x plus 1, then remainder 3, like this. This is the answer that we get. And now let's move on to number 2. So allow me to erase this part here. Okay, so moving on to number 2, we're asked to find the remainder when 4x to the power of 3 minus 5x plus 4 is divided by 2x minus 1. So we're saying 4x to the power of 3. Now you're just going to be careful because x is in descending powers, but here the coefficient of x squared is 0. So we have to include it, plus 0x squared, then minus 5x plus 4. This is being divided by 2x minus 1. So we're saying 2x into 4x to the power of 3, we get 2x squared, right? And 2x squared times 2x, we get 4x to the power of 3, minus 2x squared times 1, that's 2x squared. Then now if we subtract 4x cubed minus 4x cubed, we get a 0. And 0 minus 2, that's a plus. So here we get plus 2x squared, and we drop the minus 5x. To say 2x into 2x squared, we get an x. And x times 2x, we get 2x squared. Minus x times 1, that's an x. Minus x. So 2x cubed, 2x squared minus 2x squared, that's 0. And minus 5x plus x, that will give us minus 4x. And we drop the plus 4 here. Such that 2x into minus 4x, we get a minus 2. And minus 2 times 2x, we get a minus 4x. Then minus 2 times minus 1, we get a plus 2. Such that minus 4x plus 4x, that gives us a 0. And 4 minus 2, that will give us a plus 2. So in this case, the remainder that we're asked to find, the remainder is equal to, it's equal to 2, right? This for the first part. Now for the second part of number 2, we're asked to find the remainder when we divide 3x cubed minus x squared plus 0x plus 1 by x plus 2, like this. And please take note, here I've included 0x, even though it's not there, such that when we're carrying out our long division, it's just like it's there, right? And we won't make any mistakes. So x into x to the power of 3, we get 3x squared. Then 3x squared times x, that's x to the power of 3. 3x squared times 2, that's plus 6x squared, right? And if we subtract, here we get a 0. Then minus x squared minus 6x squared, that's minus 7x squared. And then we drop the plus 0x, such that x into minus 7x squared, that's minus 7x. And minus 7x times x, that's minus 7x squared. Then minus 7x times 2, that's minus 14x. And we subtract, here we get a 0. And 0 minus minus 14, that's plus 14x. And we shall drop the constant 1 here. So plus 1, such that x into 14x, we get a 14. Then 14 times x, that's 14x. 14 times 2, that's 28. And if we subtract 14x minus 14x, that will give us a 0. And then 1 minus 28, that will give us a minus 27. So the remainder that we want is minus 27. This was for number 2b. And then now moving on to number 3. Let me erase this. Create space here. Okay, now I'd like to move on to look at number 3. Number 3, I told that the polynomial x to the power of 4 plus 3x plus x to the power of 3 minus 5x squared plus ax minus 4 is denoted by px, right? So p of x is equal to x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 3 minus 5x squared plus ax minus 4, like this. And it is given that p of x is divisible by x squared plus 2x minus 4. We're asked to find the value of a, right? So here, of course, carrying out our long division, we say x squared plus 2x minus 4, right? We are dividing this into x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 3 minus 5x squared plus ax minus 4, like this. Such that x squared into x to the power of 4, that will give us an x squared. And x squared times x squared, that's x to the power of 4. X squared times 2x, that's 2x to the power of 3. And x squared times minus 4, that's minus 4x squared. So now if you carry out the subtraction here, x squared, x to the power of 4 minus x to the power of 4, that's a 0. And x to the power of 3 minus 2x to the power of 3, that's minus x to the power of 3. Then minus 5x squared plus 4x squared, that's minus x squared. Then we drop the plus ax here, such that x squared into minus x to the power of 3, that's minus x. And minus x times x squared, that's minus x to the power of 3. Then minus x times 2x, that's minus 2x squared. And minus x times minus 4, that's a plus 4x, like this. Then we carry out the subtraction here. So this will give us a 0. And minus x squared plus 2x squared, that's x squared. Then you are saying plus ax minus 4x, like this. Yep. And then of course we drop the minus 4 here. So minus 4. Okay. And now we're saying x squared into x squared, that will give us a plus 1, right? And then 1 times x squared, that's x squared. And 2x, 1 times 2x, that's plus 2x, right? And then 1 times minus 4, that's minus 4. Then now if you carry out the subtraction, this will give us a 0, right? And here, subtracting terms in x, we are saying we've got ax minus 4 minus 2x, right? So we're saying ax minus 4x, right? Then minus 2x. And of course, minus 4x minus 4 will give us a 0. So 0 there and then 0 there. But I told that P of x is divisible by x squared plus 2x minus 4, which implies that the remainder should be 0. So we shall now equate this to 0. So we're saying ax minus 4x minus 2x should give us 0. And ax minus 6x is equal to 0, such that ax, if we factor out x here, we've got a minus 6 is equal to 0. And dividing both sides by x, a minus 6 will be equal to 0. And a would be equal to 6. So that's the value that we get for 6. And if you want to prove that, we can say 6x minus 4x will give us a 2x. And then 2x minus 2x will give us a 0. Which implies that P of x is divisible by x squared plus 2x minus 4. So this is how we carry out the division of polynomials by using the log division method. So please make sure that if you're new to my channel, you don't forget to subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment, drop a like, and share. Thank you.